everybody, this is the website boy again with tutorial number 4, and today we're going to be talking about legal and illegal words in JavaScript. There are certain words that we can't use for variables. We can't actually use them for, to just name our variables out of just, no, we can't do it, all right? And I'm going to show you exactly what they are, all right? But first, I want to show some of you out there that are new to my series of courses that how to subscribe, how to click the nets and previous buttons here with this picture. So you get the picture. This is how you do it. If you have not subscribed to my channel, do it right now so you never miss out on the courses. Very important, all right? Now, for those of you that want to do everything like me, this is how you do it. You got to install two things: Sublime Text and the Emmet plugin. You don't have to, but if you want to do it like me, this is what you need to do. Now, for those of you that have an issue with Sublime, you can install Notepad++ for Windows or the Text Wrangler for Mac, which are free. All right. Now, for those of you that like my videos, the thumbs up is right there. I would appreciate it if you let me know how great my videos are, so I can keep making more and keep getting motivated every day. All right. For those of you that want to download my exercise files, this is how you do it. Go to the websiteboy.com/snippets. And there you will see everything. And not only that, but I also have the tutorials in my website, so you can watch them there too if you want. All right. For those of you that like my videos, thank you so much. I really appreciate it very much. You girls and guys are awesome. Thank you very much. Now let me show you the reserved words. Oops, I actually went ahead and did something there. But anyway, let me show you the reserved JavaScript words. These are it. Okay, you can't use these words to create variables at all. They are all reserved. All right. You can pause the video and copy it out, or you can look it up online, but I'm gonna have it there on my website, so you can go ahead and go there and look at it. But you cannot use these words. All right. Now the best way to avoid this is actually adding a second word to every variable that you write. All right. Or just looking at it and learning. That's all. So now let me give you some tips. All right. So let's go and jump into the next slide here, and let me give you some tips. One of the first tips I want to give you is, variables cannot contain spaces. All right. So never put spaces on variables. They also cannot start with a number. So make sure that they don't start with a number. And they can only contain letters, numbers, dollar signs, and underscores. All right. So make sure that, so you can mix them. You can start the variable, let's say for example numbers, and then put some numbers, 1 2 3 4, put a dollar sign and then underscore, and that's fine. All right. So you can kind of create a crazy variable like that. I don't know why would you do that, but you can. All right. So now variables are case sensitive. All right. So capital car with a capital C is not the same as car with a lowercase c. So make sure you know that. All right. Those are two very different variables. All right. They might spell the same in English, but they don't spell the same in, they don't do the same in JavaScript basically. All right. So now be descriptive with your variables so you can remember later on. You need to do that because sometimes you're writing functions and your code can get very large, and if you write something like QA, assign a value of 10, you later on you ask yourself, maybe a week or 2 months from now, say, hey, listen, what is that QA means, and your code is like thousands of lines, and you get in trouble. So now the way I write my variables is called camel case. All right. And this is a very common way of doing it in programming. All right. So I start with lowercase and then I divide each of the words. For example, right here in front of you, you see I'm declaring a variable called var, and the variable is my house. It's great, but I'm not going to write everything in lowercase because that's confusing. So I separate each word with a capital letter, and that's called camel case. All right. So this is one of the best practices out there programming, and also you can use a underscore. All right. I use that sometimes to separate some of the variables, but camel case for me works very good. So anyways, and the reason I don't use underscores is because depending where you're coming from, where you're programming, you can actually kind of confuse the code that you're writing. But anyway, that's another story. I want to thank you for watching my videos, and if you like the video, like it, and share it with your friends, and click next to go to the next one. I hope you're enjoying it. Thank you so much for watching my videos, and I hope that I can help you some more how to learn JavaScript or any programming language that you want on the web. All right, so I see you around. Bye.